Now, 3 different tips that I am going to teach you today is how to weather, how to dry brush, and also to make sure after you're all done with your little details is to clear coat it so you can protect your own work. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Kodakash and welcome back to Kodake Cosplay. So we're going to take it a little slow today. Like I said, we're going to be painting, and this is supposed to be fun, relaxing, and energetic. But we're going to take it calm. We're going to take it relaxing. It's going to be a relaxing video, guys. Let's begin.
I must have cleaned 100,000 brushes, and it's still fun.
Right, guys, this is all you're going to need in order to weather either armor or your guns. As you can see, I got my 2 foam brushes, got my alcohol, got my red Solo cup, got some just basic, generic paper towels. The colors I'll be using today is just black. This specifically is Mars black. I also got my silver, my dark gray, and also my graphite. Like I said, guys, this is all you're going to need in order to weather your armors or your guns. But you can also use brown if you want to have that more dirty look. You can also throw a little brown in there, but just in guns in general, I am just going to use these basic colors. Like I said, guys, all this put together, this will probably be under 20 bucks. Now, the first step you want to do is get some of your alcohol and pour that sucker in there. Just about a little bit. Just about a centimeter from the bottom. Second step be getting some of your Mars black and just 1-2 pumps. And what we do with the brushes, as you can see, it's kind of in there. And we got to make sure we do this pretty fast because of the fact that that alcohol is going to dry up pretty quick and this is going to become a solid. So you just want to mix it up. Mix it up. Try to evenly stir, stir, stir. And as you can see, it's going to start becoming solid. And as you see, there's a little bit clumps in there. That's kind of what you want. Now you get the side of the cup, push down, get all that excess out, Now what you want to do after that is just tap the blaster and tap it. Same thing goes when you're doing armor. Now once you put this on there, there's going to be an excessive amount of drippage, so make sure you have something underneath. What we're going to do is just tap, tap, tap. We're going to try to get into all those little grooves you see. Let's begin. I try to get every little crack, every little inch to get that nice. You gotta make sure we do this quick as well because it starts drying pretty quick on you. Make sure you get all on the blaster. You never want to brush, just tap. The reason why you want to do this pretty quick is because the last thing you want is those water lines. Get some in the muzzle. Get some in the muzzle. Get some on both sides. Get some even inside the little holes. Get some in the holes. All right. Leave that right there. And what you want to do is you want to get your napkin. You want to pat it. Never swipe it off. You always want to make sure you pat it. So pat, pat, pat. You don't want to pat too much because you want to make sure you want to keep some of that excess. You want to make sure you keep some of that alcohol and some of that acrylic on there. It's tapped again. Like I said, try to get into all those little grooves. Try to get into all those little grooves. That's where it's gonna pop. Try to get some all in the grooves right there. Go in and out. Just reflect, guys. How's your guys' day doing? Did you have a good day? And have a bad day? I like to have good days. Never like to think about the negativity in life, because then you're always going to be so sour, and that's not good. So we're just going to dab it in here, dab it around, work our way up and down, and get some everywhere. Now if you want to get more of a detail work out of it, just let it sit on for a little bit. Let the alcohol and acrylic do its thing. Like I said, you don't want to keep it on there too long. I'm going to let it dry up just a little bit, because I want to get some of that wear and tear. I think that's about enough time. So guys, nothing but happy little accidents when you're making cosplay. Just want to tap, 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 tap. Alright. You can see some of the grime. Move some of that light away. You still can't see much of it, but that's how it is. Alright guys, I'm going to go do the second blaster, and we'll come right back with the stage 2 of the dry detail brush. Just got done with the weathering process, and now we're going to do the detail work. Like I said before guys, we're going to have graphite, some silver, depending, and dark gray, and maybe a little hint of Mars black. Make sure you shake them up. I'm gonna put it in this first one. Put a good, decent, generous amount, because we don't want it to be too dark. Then we're gonna put some graphite. Put a good couple drops. About 4 drops. To darken it up just a little bit. 1 drop of Mars black. Oh, 1 generous drop of Mars black. Like I said guys, there's no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Now what you want to do is, I'm actually going to get the end of this brush and just mix it around.
We're just going to mix this up, just stir it a little bit.
And just like cooking guys, you just add a little more as you go. See how it kind of darkened up? It's kind of the exact color that I want. It's like a dark charcoal gray. Now some of you might be saying, well, why didn't I just get a dark charcoal gray? It's because they don't have one exactly this color. And this color exactly in this mixture is what I use to get the results that I have. And I became very proud of them. Now, let's put this away. And get your brush, like we did with the other dry brushing the paint. Just do the tip. Do the tip. And just paint in one place. Paint in one place. There you go. Now guys, you want to make sure before you even dry brush anything on to your guns want to make sure that it's first dried first before you start putting any paint on there, because then you're just going to make the paint more watery and it's just going to smear and it's not going to be good. So just give it a couple minutes for it to dry, put it under a blow dryer, just let it set out, you know, go outside, go for a walk, and just enjoy the day. And when you're ready, it'll be right there for you to paint. So let's give it some time. Hey guys, I'm sorry, the video was corrupted, so I have no footage of the final finishing touches that I made to the gun, but here is the finished product. All I did was went over multiple times with the weathering technique like I showed you. I did a little bit of the dry brushing on the corners of the gun, and on the black parts I did a scraping technique, which I'm going to show you right now. We just use some of the silver, shake it up, not too much now. Now get your brush, dip it in, not all the way in, just the very tip. Get your paper, kind of brush some of that excess off, and just leave a little bit of paint in between the bristles. So when you're brushing, you want to make sure you get the corner of your brush and just dab. You can either dab up or dab down, and just use the edges and go from one side to the other. As you can see, I'm not directly brushing strokes, I'm just using the corner of the bristles and going from corner to corner. And just do from one side to the other. Like I said, you could probably turn your brush a little bit to get more strokes and lines, and once the brush starts actually drying up, you could just brush across it just to get a little more detail. All it is just a silver paint, and then once you're done with this, you want to make sure you use a clear matte enamel to finish it off, to lock in and seal all that fine work that you've done to it. Now let's move on. In order to finish your paint job, in order to seal it off, I suggest you that you always use matte clear enamel, especially when it comes to gun, because you don't want to use a glossy enamel. You want to get a matte texture. So we're gonna spray this on real quick. First, make sure you wear your mask because you don't want to inhale it. And all we're gonna do is just don't do it in one area. We're just gonna go up and down. And what this is gonna do is gonna seal all that detail that we did to it. Try to get both sides. And try to go around it because you want to get all the cracks. Alright, always want to make sure you want to get underneath it too. In the next 10 minutes, usually this specific brand, the Rust-Oleum, it actually dries pretty quick. I could leave this here for 5 minutes and it should be pretty good, but just to be on the safe side, let it cure for a little bit. We're just gonna let it sit there for about a good 20 minutes and we'll come right back. So like I said before, guys, this is the end product. This is exactly how it's going to turn out after you follow these steps. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. same process that you use for your prop gun on your armor as well, and it's exactly the same process. What I love about weathering, it doesn't change. Same thing, the black acrylic into the alcohol, you mix it around, the rubbing alcohol, you mix it around, and you dab it in there, you just jaw it all around, you dab, and you get your paper towel, and then all you do is just pat it away. But when it said about the dry brushing, the armor is the main one you want to use the dry brushing for, because of the fact that you're going to have all these little details in the sides as well. All these little details in the sides. Some of that black, get some of that gray. Just mix it around until you get a good color of your desire. And that looks pretty good. Now, it's very clumpy on here. And remember, like I said, we don't want clumpy. We want to dry brush it. So, because this is wood, I could kind of just go back and forth, as you can see right here, until it gets very thin and very hard. As you can see, it starts thinning out, and that's what we want. Too much. Go a little bit on cardboard. And sorry guys, it's kind of hard doing it one hand. As you can see, that's pretty good enough. See how it's kind of a shadowy, it's not like an actual stroke. That's what we want. So we're gonna take that over here and pick a spot and just kind of go a little bit on there. As you can see, you don't want to be too much in one place. You kind of just want to be too consistent. As you can see, we made a good weathering mark right here, and that's what we're going to do for pretty much everywhere else. And actually, it's what you see here all over my armor piece. This is exactly what I got on the outsides and all over the sides right here to get that more of a realistic look. And that dry brushing technique is also the same thing I use to weather my pouches as well. And for the pouches, I actually did the same exact technique. I got like a darker gray, brushed it on the corners, pretty much where I would, realistically in the Star Wars universe would, open and close. And I'll actually get some browns as well, and I'll put some browns in here, especially on these corners. I'll try to get everywhere as possible. So the same technique that I use the dry brushing for on the armor pieces is actually the same technique that I actually used on the fabrics as well. And mainly on the fabrics, I went more with the dark brown and a little bit of gray, but on the armor itself, I did more of a gray because it's more worn, and I want this to look like a metal look. Sorry guys that it's not too bright in here. I don't have the best equipment for the best lighting, but I'm sure you could see that exactly in the very grooves, and especially on the sides as well. I've actually darkened it up by dry brushing a little bit in between these grooves because I wanted to pop, just pop in your face, especially in all the grooves. I wanted it to pop. You can see all the little dirt and grime. And like I said guys, this is why I love weathering. This is exactly what I like to do about cosplay. It's pretty much this process is the weathering process, like making it and everything. It might seem hard at first and it might be difficult and you might be like, what am I doing? Like, this is too much work. But this is when it's worth it. When you put it all together, when you get it all painted, you kind of see the finishing product. This is the funnest part, and this is why I love doing what I do. And like I guess you can do it too. You can do it. You, all of you guys, you all could do it. But this is exactly why I do cosplay for. Really, is because it's just the painting and the weathering. I love it. And like I said, guys, at the very end, you could... Ooh, no, you don't want to move on me. I know you're happy too. But the weathering process that I've shown you could be used on both weapons. It could be used on both your armor, and it could be also used on your cloth. Now, just to recap on everything like I just said, you want to use the alcohol and also the acrylic and the dry brushing on the hard parts, such as the cosplay guns and also the armor. But you only want to use the dry brushing on your fabrics. You don't want to use the alcohol because you don't want the paint to really seep in and just pretty much leave a big old stain right here. You know, you just want it to blend and just, you know, like grime and just dirt on it, but you don't want like a stain on here, you know. So yeah, just dry brush your fabrics, your soft parts, and that's all you do. That's all you do on the soft parts. On the hard parts, you want to make sure that you use your sponge brush, or your sponge, I forgot what you call those foam brushes, with the alcohol and the acrylic. You dab it on there, and dab. You get your piece of paper towel, you dab. Like I said, never smear, because you don't want to smear, you just want that grime, because you're not going to get this effect if you smear. As if you see my previous videos, I actually got this from Etsy. This was just a solid black and a solid gray, like a not a charcoal gray, but like this one piece right here was like a solid gray, and this actually was his own little piece as well. But man, like I said, this is what I love doing. The fun part is when you're weathering and you create some amazing products, amazing products. You know, actually I got to go back in another gun and fix it off. But my next thing with these with these guns, I don't have it with me today, guys, but it's to get that, you know, burnt metal, you know, with the purple and the orange right here, just to kind of make it look like it's been heated up so much. But this is going to be in a later time, but just to give you guys the video. Let's see if I can set it right there. There you go. This is what I have, guys. And that's it. That's all I got for you today. Now guys, that's all we have today. If you want to see more, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I post every single Wednesday for your enjoyment and your entertainment, and the more you know, the better. So guys, thank you for following me. Thank you for watching my videos. Hit the notification bell in the very corner if you want to see more, so you can get notified every single week when I post my videos. So guys, thank you. I love you. Boom. You have a good one. Have a safe one. And we'll see you till the next time. One more time, guys, real quick, before I even end this video, I want to give a quick shout out to the amazing, gorgeous, beautiful, funny Rosie Bites right here. Go check out her channel, guys. She posts videos pretty much daily, but mainly weekly, of gaming content. She's amazing, she's funny, she has everything from thrillers, horrors, raging as well. So guys, just go check her out real quick. Let her know that Dakota sent y'all, and yeah, have a good one, guys. Until the next week, until next Wednesday, we'll see you. Bye.